I guess I haven't said it, but I guess, you know, we're all in this together, but you guys all making time for this is just amazing to me. My wife, Linda, and I began to suspect that my brother, Ted, might be the person that the federal government had been looking for 17 years, the serial bomber known as the Unabomber.
Maybe he'll give you one.
Doing okay. I'm Manny Pena with the Kenny County Sheriff's Office. You need to borrow your license, and do you have liability insurance?
Sunday morning, 10 miles an hour over? That's a little rough.
Just warning ticket.
Brother, could you tell me a story?
I had this ghost that I had to deal with for 9 years. Didn't know who it was, why, but I just knew I was on this list. Yeah, you have the moment. These barbs remind me of the nails that were flying around at 20,000 feet a second when that device exploded. And the only thing that saved my eyesight was the fact that I had on a pair of sunglasses.
A story would take me far from here.
Emery Peak is like 7,800 though.
Is it in this area?
It's in the park.
Oh, okay.
In the green area.
What are we filming here?
My daughter was killed in the Oklahoma City bombing 10.5 years ago.
Wow.
So I've been working about 8.5 years to try to get the death penalty abolished.
Wow.
Yeah.
What I want to try to do is place a face on one of the 168 that was killed in the Oklahoma City bombing.
Julie was about peace and justice, and she had this little white flag that she carried, and I'm going to carry it for her till the day I die.
Very, very dear friend of mine, Bill Babbitt, who has a parallel story. The differences in our two cases are so apparent. In your opinion, was it Vietnam that screwed up Manny the most, or was it the drug use?
I think seeing his friends killed, that affected him because he really had love for all of humanity, you know, really. What would you do if the death penalty came knocking on your door? What the prosecution did was to portray my brother as a monster, to make it easier for the jury to put away this monster. Bud told me, put a face on Manny. I am proud to join with other family members of the executed today. As we say, let there be no silence and let there be no shame.
I finally came to the conclusion that the day that we would take Tim McVeigh or Terry Nichols from their cage to kill them would simply not be part of my healing process. Because it's all about violence.
What am I going to do if I don't deal with this?
It's really difficult to speak right now.
Because of our ambivalence as a people of the United States of America toward the death penalty.
I tell you, over the last 3 years, I've logged thousands of miles, gone to small towns. People feel differently about the death penalty than they did in 1995.
Who we've been able to speak with, talk to, touch, where we've gone in the world. I mean, you start combining all of this whole piece of history here. We're part of the biggest parts of American history.
When your children die, you bury them in your heart. And I brought my heart today to this wonderful river.
If I had been here with my brother Manny instead of with my brother Gary and Dave and Bud. And so come on, Manny, let's leave America behind and let's just go across the river to find peace.
I'm kind of glad I didn't know back then what life held in store.
The changes that you go through, maybe this story and our stories will help people to understand that there's something bigger. There's something a lot bigger than each of us as a person.